What is going on, guys? This is XFactorGaming, and today we head back to the Wrestle Factory, the Chikara Action Arcade Wrestle Factory. That is we're gonna be making we're gonna be making Razor Ramon today. Now, this was actually I got a request not long ago for somebody that wanted me to make somebody from the 90s, and I'm actually gonna take them up on it. Anyway, let's get started. You see our overlay texture right there? I'm going to build the model first before I go into Photoshop and do the texturing. So, with that being said, do the wrestler info first. And I'm going to use his WWE name. Okay, so let's go ahead and focus on building his model, like I said. And I'm going to need to do some more hair, obviously. Normal long hair won't do. Long straight mullet. That won't do either. That will, though. Let's turn that black. Now, it doesn't look like him yet because we're gonna make the look and the texturing part of this a bit later on. Anyway, there's the black hair. There's the trunks. I'm gonna go back and add the boots in now. They're gonna go black like the rest of his attire. Okay, that needs to go back to right boot. You need to add it. We'll have to add it separately. Hit OK. Return to list. Add new. Whoops. There we go. That's better. Left boot. Match it up to the other one. And then I'm going to go ahead and see if I can add the elbow pads, because he does wear them, but I don't know if they'll be textured. Actually, we're going to try and texture those in the actual Photoshop itself, and that's the that right there is what we're going to be doing for the basic model. So now let's head over to Photoshop for the rest of this. Just 1 second here. I have to get it actually up because it's not showing up on my thing here. Let's see, Photoshop, where are you at? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, there it is. Photoshop, no. Let me see if I can get the other one to go. Oh, there it is. There we go. Alright, what we're looking at right now is Razor Ramon's actual head. But I'm going to switch it over to the base male template we're going to be using here. This right here. And what we want to do, I'm going to take this head from WWE 2K, I think it was 16. And I'm going to put it right in the head section. But first, I'm going to brighten it just a little. I'm going to copy this whole thing over that way. I want it to be underneath the wireframe so we can see part of this, so we can see what to line up and what to get rid of. Obviously, you want to get rid of anything outside the skin outside of the actual layering here. Anything that crosses over to another part of the wireframe, you want to get rid of. Now I'm going to go ahead and start sizing this up correctly. I'm going to go ahead and leave the hair on for reasons of for reasons I can't, I'll think of something. Alright, so we have the face. Now I want to do the back of the head. Something I forgot to do on Morrison. Now here it's simple. All you're going to do is take the hair and put it back there along with some of the skin. So what you want to do, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to take the skin tone first. Lighten it just a little bit like I have before. Right there. Then I'm just going to overlay it and then put some hair behind it. Okay, so what we do now is I'm going to head over the all color part of this, and there's no actual hair there. So I'm just going to use some of the scalp hair once again. Use this part right here, the scalp hair looks good. Paste that in. And I'm actually going to bring it up just a little bit to about shoulder length and extend it. Perfect. Now I'm going to hide, we're going to be doing this a lot. We're going to hide these layers that we don't actually need. And I'm going to go ahead and just edit out what I don't need as well. Mostly the layer 5 extra stuff here. That should do it. We're going to save this. Now you want to save after everything you do, obviously. So I'm probably going to redo that face because it did actually cut some of it off, but we can also put the beard back on in game, which is probably what I'm going to wind up doing. Anyway, let's hop back over to Wrestle Factory now. And let's apply the texture. See what we get. I'm probably going to do some more work on this thing, but this is again just your base right now. Yeah, we do need to do a little bit more work on it. I'm not real happy with that, although it looks like, yeah, like I said, we're going to do some more work. Let's get back to Photoshop and get everything going once again, shall we? Now you're back in the template. Be sure you turn on your black layer again and your wireframe layer. And I'm going to go ahead and redo the facial parts to this because I didn't like how it turned out in the first place. So I'm going to go ahead and revert it and turn it all the same color. And you go back to right there. Give it a little bit of contrast to make it look like him. And then let's go back over the temp. And I'm going to bring this over. But first, you got to erase there, here, and there we go. I did say in the last video that I was going to actually put the template in the description, but I realized you guys could actually do that yourselves if you have the actual app itself. So, and I'm going to show you how to do that in just a moment. I think we'll do the beard in game if I can figure out how to do facial hair. But I figured that out with Morrison last time we did this, so it should be all right. Okay, so let's zoom in on the face here and see what we need to do. Obviously, the eyes are not where they need to be. We're going to have to take off some of the face hair here. Then I'm going to probably have to bring the ears up a little bit because they're a little low. Alright, let's see what this looks like as soon as we clean up a little. The ears don't really matter, actually. I'm not going to mess with that. Now let's see here. Is there anything? Yeah, there's still some stuff that needs to get out of here. So I don't need overlap. Overlap is bad. Anyway, we've got that ready. We can now turn off layer 0 and see if it's bright as we need it in game. Now let's head back over and see what we've got. Just 1 second here. Oh, crap. Shit. Hang on just a second. I'm having a little problem. Yeah, it didn't want to... The regular deal didn't want to cooperate, so we're going to have to do it this way. And now back to the Wrestle Factory, and we're going to redo our texture and see what happens. Where is that texture? There it is. That looks better. Say hello to the bad guy. We have it in place. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go back to Photoshop and just brighten a little bit more. As I don't think it's bright enough. That's too bright. Hang on a minute. I'll let you guys look in. I'm going to make it a little contrasty here. There we go. Let's see if that works. Now you're going to have to keep doing this until you obviously get it right, because these some of these facial textures just don't want to, you know, they don't want to do their job. Anyway. Damn it. Back over to our program here. And now we're going to browse and redo the layer again. Bingo. I like that, so we're going to keep it. Now, I'm going to show you how to do the beard just real fast, if I can remember. Head, hair. Yeah, it's not in that's in appearance, actually. Obviously, but... Let's see if I can figure out how to do the dang beard. Yep, there's facial hair. Wait, why do we have a mask on him? Get that out of here. Wait a minute, so I can't actually put a mustache on him, okay. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get the beard actually onto the... We're probably going to have to downsize the face just a tad bit here. Okay, so let's see, head. Yeah, you're going to have to play with the head just a little bit to get it to look right. Right there. Yeah, let's redo the hair. I don't like that, but what are you gonna do? Because this is like the best you can pull off, I think. Let's just try the normal long hair. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad. Wait a minute. Maybe I could just put some facial hair on. Maybe I can relayer that layer of facial hair. Let's see if we can do that. Go back over to Photoshop for just a sec because we need the beard. So, all right, we're back in Photoshop, and I'm gonna see something here. I'm gonna see if we can actually get the beard. I think I have another Scott Hall we can use. Yeah, from 2K14 actually. So let's see what we can do with that. I think it's already open. Yeah, that's even worse, unfortunately. But I think I can fix all of this. Let me see if I can actually use his hair for a beard. I swear I've never tried this before, so if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Of course, you could just use an overlay of his actual head there and just cut the hair out. Yeah, I could do that. Probably should do that. Let's try it. Of course, like I said, it's an overlay of the face. We're just going to cut the hair out. Well, this is going to be a little bit more rougher, but I think we can get this going. No, not that. Dang it. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can just get the beard. Yeah, this isn't really working, is it? Hey, that worked. Okay, I like the way that looks. Let's just get rid of this here. And also the lips. And I think we've got our beard. And erase the rest. Okay, so we've got our beard now. Let's put it on. See if this trick actually works. It should, if I've got everything correct. Which I doubt I do, but worth a shot, isn't it? Of course, the sideburns aren't here, so we'd have those as well. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get the sideburns back here. Yes, I can, of course. Revert. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just, put the sideburns and hair on there at the same time. Just something I didn't do before, and it kind of screwed me, but still. We have all of that here now. This is a little bit trickier than it should really be, but I guess I didn't expect that whenever I made this. Whenever I had this idea to do Razor Ramon here. Probably should have just stuck with Diesel or somebody easier like that. Somebody that doesn't have to deal with getting the hair just right. Okay, so we can erase the sides. Let's do that. that out of here. We need to keep the scalp hair though, because I've screwed that up obviously, but alright, so we've got that all like it should be. Let's see how it turns out in game. If everything goes well, we should have a better looking beard and maybe even better looking hair. Anyway, let's head over to the, again, we're going to head over to the Wrestle Factory again. I'm going to go ahead and put the new texture on and see what happens. That actually looks a whole lot better. Wish I hadn't messed with everything, but I think I can override that. Let's check it real quick. Put all the stuff back in the middle at 0. Okay, so we all have that back at 0. We've just set everything at 0 because you're not going to really need it, but I'm going to see if I can do better hair. So far, I found nothing that works, so bear with me. That's more of Eugene hair. Let's see. Help me out in the comments, guys. Let's see what you can come up with for this Razor Ramon. This is the original. That's Bruiser Brody-like hair right there. I'm hoping I can do a combo of layers. That might work right there. Hey, yo. Alright, let's return to the list here. I'm going to duplicate the mullet and give it, see if I can give it more length. Spin it around and let's see what we can do. Yeah, that does give it a little bit more length, I think. It's not lengthy enough, but I want to see if you can do how many hair layers you can actually get going. Okay, so let's add a new hair layer. I'm going to do long straight hair this time around. It doesn't really help anything to do it that way though. Short, long curly mullet. I didn't even see that before, to be honest. Aha, that's what we wanted. We want the shoulder length hair. Hey, yo. Chico. Alright, that'll have to do with his hair. And now let's go back to Photoshop and work more on the texture itself. I'll see you back there in a minute. And we're back in Photoshop once again. And we're working with the texture again. So what we've done is I've basically taken the what do you call it here? The face and the head and put them as a texture. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do his body, which we're taking from, let's see, also taking it from WWE 2K16. All body parts will be taken from that and matched up to what I was doing earlier. As much as they can. Anyway, that said, let's go ahead and do the body, the actual front of the body first here. Okay, so let's try and see if we can figure out where the actual stomach is here. It's right there. I'm gonna say right there. Well, we're gonna put the tights texture on, obviously, but right now I'm gonna go ahead and take on the outside layers and get rid of them. Now, in case you're wondering, yeah, even though it's Thursday, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. The Axis Football Friday is going to be on hiatus until football season begins again. If it does. If I find out that it doesn't, I'll bring back Axis Football League this summer. For now, the filler will be Mutant Football League when I feel like doing it. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and extend this down just a little bit here. About right there. Now I'm going to go back to 2K14 because we're going to be using this right here for the gear. So let's get the front of it right here. As you can probably tell, it does run into the hair, so we're going to have to edit that a little bit. Hey, yo. Mr. Chico. Okay, so we've got that ready. We need to do the black parts now. Just take... I don't know how I'm going to do this. Let's figure it out. Just take the bottoms of it, I guess, and put it over. That's what I did with... when I was messing around the other day making Kenny Dykstra. That's what I had to do. I had to basically take a black layer, put it over, and then cut out the Razor Ramon layer to get this done, or cut out the Kenny Dykstra layer to get all this done properly. Okay, so now I want to turn off the wireframe here. And on the Razor layer, we don't have to do this, but I'm going to anyway. On the original layer here, we're going to do that. Then I'm actually going to go ahead and save it right here and see what it looks like in game. As I said earlier, this is actually a request from somebody on YouTube that I was going to do this video for. Wanted me to make somebody from the 90s if I read that request correctly, and we're doing just that, but just one sec here. Okay, so back to appearance, scroll back upwards. Let's see what we've got here. That almost works. The Razor logo's in the correct area, but I gotta go ahead and go back and edit a little bit here. So we're going to head back into Photoshop again. I know I said this a lot already, but whatever. And then, let's see. I'm going to just get rid of a lot of this until it looks like actual trunks. And then let's go ahead and see what we've got going here. Yeah, let's just even this up to again where they look like actual trunks. And then we can just turn the original blue ones whatever color we need to in game. Alright, so that quick little edit was done. And now let's go ahead and replace that. See what we get out of it. Okay, that should about do it. Let's try and look and see what we've got to happen. Okay, so I'm going to move the body up just a little bit as I didn't like the way it looks, and we've got to go ahead and match it up to the face as well. So we're going to move the body up just a little bit and move the tights up as well since we're moving the body up. And maybe move them down a little bit as well. Razor layer's got to be put right here. And then on this, I'm going to clean up the sides just a little before we start the matching. Okay, so this will actually work out, I think. Just in case it doesn't, I'm going to go ahead and stretch the tights layer all the way over here. But again, I want to go ahead and try and see if I can match the body to the face. Let's see if it'll just match. Hopefully. Okay, so what layer's the facial layer here? There we go. Yeah, it actually did pretty well at that, I think. Let's see what it looks like in game, though. And before we do, I want to go ahead and fix that. And we're going to save it. And now, with that all being done, and I forgot to change the program again, didn't I? Anyway, we're going to go ahead and go back over here and see what we've got now. Aha, perfection. Let's take off. We're going to take off the briefs as soon as we can here. But what I'd like to actually do for once is leave them on. But just change the colors to match the black. The body is... I'm going to do the body again. That coloring is just bugging the crap out of me. So this time we're going to make sure I switch the window again. Oops. Anyway, back to what we were doing. And I'm going to do the body layer again because that color is just somehow bugging the crap out of me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the original color for it and copy paste, do all that in and match it up. Because again, bugging the crap out of me. But before we do any of that, I want to go ahead and take out the excess here. You will always have some of this to take out, no matter what you're doing. Alright, so now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do the face again as soon as we finish on this end. Anyway, match color. I believe it was layer 8 we were supposed to match. Ew, that doesn't look right. So, I'm just going to I'm going to use this to brighten it up a little bit. Let's see if I can get it to match that layer. Okay, I think that'll do. If not, I can always redo the face part of that and just match it up to where it needs to be, but I think this'll do. Let's go back to the actual Wrestle Factory now. See if we can get anything done. Alright, so we're back in Wrestle Factory. Let's go ahead and... Really, I can do whatever color I want because I have the actual layer cut out, but still. I'm going to show you another way to do the layers to the... I'm going to show you another way to do the layering in just a bit here. Ah, crap. I got to go back and resave it. Give me 1 minute. We got to turn off the blacking back and the wiring. You always want to do that. While we're here, I might as well just edit all this stuff out. Anyway, little editing job that didn't need to really be shown on camera. And then I'm going to go ahead and just alter this just a little bit. Where it touches the... It looks like it connects is what you want to look for. Anyway, we've got this the way we need it. And I didn't say this in the last video, but the best thing to obviously do when you're saving, save it as a PNG. Anyway, we're going to go back into, we're going to, let's see how this looks now. Yeah, we're going to redo the facial part of this just because the body doesn't match up properly. So let's switch back to Photoshop as we're going to need to. And I'm going to go ahead and just play with this a little bit here until I get the body the right. You know, I can do any color I want to, but I'm going to do the black, even though I like the purple ones better. That's better right there. That's a better Scott Hall color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the face here and see if I can match it to the body. Before we redo it to the other part. Okay, so where's that body part? Not there. Nope. Bingo. Little too light. So I'm actually not going to do it like that. What we're going to do, I'm going to try and see if I can get the brightness contrast right. But right in here, add some contrast, and you got a Scott Hall color. Anyway, with this being said, I'm going to go ahead and take just the facial parts, not the neck. We can always eliminate those later. I'm going to bring this back over to the face layer up here. And since I've got to rework everything, I'm going to bring back the original black and the wireframe layer here. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that face layer right here, since it didn't end up working for us. Wait, no. Wait, what did I just get rid of? It's layer 8 that needs to go. We have the beard already. We basically have the way we need it, except that neckline needs to go, and that up here needs to go as well. And then I'm going to clean up the beard just a little on the sides. And we should have it the way we need it to be. Alright, so we cleaned it up. I'd like to clean up on the outside here. And then let's see, let's clean up on the actual head layer here, 15. Clean up the sides again. Get rid of as much as we can to make this look like a good razor Ramon. There we go. Now, with that being said, let's get rid of the wireframe and save again. I think we have it, almost. I want to go ahead and figure out what that is that's not lining up properly and get rid of it. There we go. Bit better. Okay, so we got that all fixed like it should be, except for the fact that the hair now doesn't line up. And that's a big part of this. Okay, that's as good as I'm going to be able to do for the hair, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and save it again. And before we hit browse again, I just remembered something. I got to change back to the way I had it. Gotta change it back to the studio here. Oh, stupid thing. Change back to the Wrestle Factory app. Not that. Above it, you piece of crap. There we go. And you know what? Tonight I'm also going to show y'all what the arena side of this works like too. Back to the app. That face looks a whole lot better actually. And it actually matches the neck now, so we can move on. I'm going to move the tights up though a little bit, even though they look all right to me. Now let's move on. And we're going to switch back to Photoshop and do some more work over there. 1 second here. Anyway, we're back now in Photoshop. And since we're going to work more on the actual model, we're going to bring back the original stuff here. We have the back to deal with now. Now the way I want to do the back, I want to do it a little bit differently when we get to the attire. I'll show you how in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and make the back the same size as the chest here. And half that. No Psycho Sid jokes, please. And then we're going to go ahead and erase, and I'm going to mirror it and put it on the other end. We've also got to remember to match it up as close as we can to the other part of this. I'm going to go ahead and do my other end here, and then we'll merge these parts together and make them one or something. Anyway, we have that. Merge layer 16 and merge layer 16 copy and layer 16. Then I'm going to brighten them to make sure they match. Not particularly. That'll be close enough though. 41 -9. And then let's go to what I was telling you guys about earlier. Since we have the correct what do you call it? The correct coloring on the tights. That's what I was looking for. We can go ahead and take this. And there's two ways that you can go about this. You can either cut the background layer using one of the wand tools. I'm not going to do it that way. Or what you can also do is do what I did on the other side there. Actually, you don't really need to do that just because of the fact that the Razor Ramon logos, as I remember them, actually do mirror. So we're going to do it that way. See? And then we're going to go ahead and turn everything off. Except, let's get rid of this right here. That's the only thing we really got to do. And do it on the other side too. Then I'm going to get rid of the black part here. I want to bring this upward to match. A little bit of weirdness going on there. And how I'm going to fix that, I'm going to rotate it. Nope, not like that. Rotate it so it kind of doesn't give us that cracked part. Or we can just do it like that and overlay it, which is what I wanted to do in the first place. rid of each corner end here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the other side of that as well. And I'm going to mirror it. That's what we'll do again with the mirroring. This is probably not going to do any good, but let's see. Let's see if this works. We'll save it here and go back to the Wrestle Factory in just a minute. Alright, back to the Wrestle Factory app we go. And we're back. I'm going to hit browse again. Just reload the texture. Like I said on another video, I wish that they just had a way to reload the texture with the new edited one, but since they don't. That actually works out pretty well, I think. Of course, you're going to have to edit it just a little bit, but you know what? I've got an idea here. Let's do it the second way I wanted to do this. So that way it actually lines up right. I'm going to go ahead and switch back over to Photoshop and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so what I'm talking about here. You see this 13th layer here that's all stripped black? You're going to take this and I'm going to bring this over here and click on these layers here, 16:3, and bring them up over 13 copy here. Both of them. See there? What you want to do is move 16 copy for right now so you can see those layers. And then 16 copy is going to move above that. And what you do with 16 copy, you're going to cut all the black parts out of this layer. And do the same thing with the original layer here. And then I'm going to go ahead and merge these and just do what I need to with them. Let's go ahead and clean that up. And merge these layers and resize them. Where they fit the trunks. And then I'm going to do what I did with the other 13 and just kind of trim and kind of do what I did with the last one and just, you know, edit until it fits properly. Like that. Then we're going to go ahead and save it and go back to the game and see what we get. Or go back to the Wrestle Factory. Now back to the Wrestle Factory we go. Bingo. That'll do. I think. Alright, now. The attire is all finished. The logos are in place. Now what we do, I'm going to go back to Photoshop again. And I'm going to try to do knee pads. We may need, yeah, we're going to need to put these on in game first, so not quite yet. Accessories. Add new. Legs. How the heck do you add knee pads? I guess you can't. Meh, I could be wrong. Let's see. Maybe that's under appearance, not accessories. Yeah, there we go. Knee pads. Knee pads. Let's see. I'm going to go with knee pads too because that seems to work properly. I'm going to go black knee pads. And then I'm going to go ahead and... Okay, so the knee pads are going to go where on the legs? We also need elbow pads too. Anyway, we got all that set. Now let's head back to Photoshop and do the rest of the texturing. Now that the full model is finished, we can focus on other things. For that, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the wireframe layer again, and the black layer. And now we're going to go down here to the legs. Now I'm going to try to figure out where these knee pads go. At least the textures for, let's see, 2K14. There's the knee pads right there. Let's see here. I'm going to take a stab at it and say they go around the middle, which is obvious. About right there would do good. And then I'm going to just put black on the other sides because I'm pretty sure those are legs as well. Then I'm going to just save that and go back into the game and see if it will work. See if I've done everything properly. So I'll need to do that for the elbow pads too, unfortunately. Yeah, I've got them backwards. Oops. These actually go over here. And since we already have knee pads up, we really don't need the blackened part of those. All right, I'm not putting the legs on until I know the knee pads are in the right place. Got to put this part upwards just a little bit to even. That'll work. Now we're going to bring this back to the game and see what we can do. Actually, what I think I'll do, I'm going to leave that the way it is. Then over here, I'm just going to go ahead and cut the logos out here. And we have that. Merge those layers up, because I'm going to need them to be a little bit bigger than they are right now. Why isn't that doing anything? Okay, maybe not. Yeah, those are just supposed to be in the corner according to this little alpha map here. So leave those as they are, save it, and we'll come back to it. Is the 0 layer still in there? I can't tell. No, good. Okay, so we have the knee pads, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the logos to them if it'll work. Let's find out if it does, or if it'll put it in the wrong place. Now, like I said, I'm not adding the legs and arms till I know those logos are proper and correct, which they aren't. Yeah, the logos are unfortunately on the wrong side of the legs, so we got to move those up just a little bit. Let's move back to Photoshop and do that. And I think it'd be better just to do the black on the right part of the legs theory that I was working on earlier, but let's see here. It makes it hard to see where to line up if you do it that way. So we're going to go ahead and move this upwards. About to right in there on the sides of each knee. And then I'm going to go ahead and take that off again. And then I'm going to keep going until I get it right. If I don't get it right, forget it. He's not going to have the logo on the knees. Jeez, we're about an hour into this video and I'm still only halfway done. Anyway. I forgot to put eyes in, but we'll do that last. Let's see what that looks like now. Yeah, I'm going to leave the logos off. I can't get them right. So we're just going to leave those off. Just leave the knee and elbow logos off. We got our bases right. Now let's go back to Photoshop completely. And let's get the rest of this done. Now we're going to do the legs. We're going to do an arena in a different video because it's a much more simple process than this. I'll show you just how simple it is in a bit. I'll show you at a later video. Is what I meant to say there. Okay, I think we got that the way we need it. I'm going to go ahead and match it for the rest. About like right in here, I would think. And then I'm going to... Now the legs, for some reason, you have to do 4 times. I don't know why the guys that made this game, and I forget the name of the company, so forgive me on that, made it this way. They just did. Anyway, we still need to go ahead and clean up, so we're going to do that. Clean up on this side right here. On every left side, you see there's a little extra that shouldn't be there. So we're going to go ahead and fix all that. And I'm more than likely not going to do the wrist tape either on this one. Because again, it might be too much of a pain to try to figure out. Anyways, we've got the legs all finished. We're going to finish the arms and then finish the arms and hands. And then finally, the end of the texturing part of this video. I'm not, as usual, I'm not going to do the moveset on camera. I will upload that at a later time. But right now, we got to finish arms. The armies and the hands. Actually, look, these hands might not be that hard to do, so I'm going to go ahead with it. Do the hands first. Don't really need the wrist tape, I guess. Alright, let's go ahead and just do this. I'm going to go ahead and leave it as is. And then kind of layer that. Put it right in here. 3520 is like ideal for most skin tones. It's just the darker ones and the ethnic ones that you don't really want to use that on. I don't know the codes for those. So kindly please do not ask for those. I have no idea. I have not ever tried it. With this game, anyway. Anyway, that said, finally we're going to finish with the arms. And then we'll finish off and then come back for another match or two. Although I might upload the match separately, honestly. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and merge these because I'm going to need to use them again. 18 and 18 copy. I'm going to go ahead and recolor them to match, and then want to use those on the other arms right next to it. $42.10 is also a good way to go for getting the skins. That's what I've used for most of this, so you're good to go if you're using that. Okay, so now we've got it all done. That's what the final stuff is going to look like, but I'm going to go back over here to the hands and just cut the black parts out because it might not look good. In fact, it totally won't look good, but... Damn it. Okay. You can suddenly go eat a rock. Okay, I think we can get it going here. Anyway, that is just about gonna do it for making the Razor Ramon Claw textures. I'm gonna give you guys one more look at what it looks like, and then I'm gonna do the moveset and be back in a few minutes with a match. Maybe not a few minutes, but still. Anyway, back to the editor one last time here to get all this all skinned up and see what it looks like. And the knee pads are gone, the elbow pads are gone, and the legs don't quite match. Blah. Oh well. I'm gonna see if I can get the skin tone to match up properly here. That works. That actually kind of works. So we're going to use that. I want to fix those hands if I can. And then there's still some black to get rid of on the legs. I'm going to go ahead and touch this up and let you guys go for right now. I will see you guys soon with a match featuring this very individual. See you soon. And what is going on, everybody? We are back again with some more Chikara action arcade wrestling. Well, in the opening, in the precursor to this, we made our Razor Ramon character. Now I want to show you how to get him in the game because I figured this out earlier. You got to go to Creations. You have to go to... Oh wait, was it Creation? Yeah, it is Creations. Manage Wrestlers. Download. And then you have to... You're going to have to... My guy, our Razor Ramon should be the very first thing you see. But it's not. So, add keywords. I'm going to put in Bexploder, my name. And we see Razor Ramon right there, and we see my Kenny Dykstra as well. We're going to download both of those because I want to show them off in this particular match. Alright, so it's downloading it. We're gonna hit A, save, and then that does that. Then I'm gonna get Dykstra and make sure he's not already in here. And by the way, when I put in Bexploder for the search name, guys, you can find any creation that we make in Chikara Action Arcade Wrestling. You can find anything we make for it under that search name. I'm going to go ahead and say that I don't want to see my stuff re-uploaded. Have that happen without my permission in WWE 2K a few years ago, and I absolutely couldn't stand it happening, so I'm not going to allow it here either. Okay, so we have Kenny and Razor. Let's see if we can use them, because I figured this out last night. You can as soon as you download them. Just hit LB. Okay, they have to be in a... I don't know if they have to be in a federation or not, but... Let's see if they appear. Dykstra is not... They'll appear at the bottom, I think. There's Razor, there's Dykstra and Morrison. So we have all three of our guys. We're going to be Razor. Scroll all the way down to find your wrestlers. I don't know why you have to do that. Oh yeah, you have to hit all before you do it, or it's not going to show up at all. Also, I don't know why they have multiple dash or hat fields in here. And when I show off the Kenny Dykstra that we made not long ago, begin our match. That Razor looks pretty damn good. I gotta fix the eyes though. They're a little low. I'll do that and re-upload it later. To be honest, I think Dykstra looks better than Ramon does. What do you guys think though? Let me know which of my characters looks better for you in the comments and which one you would prefer to download. Spot called. Cool, we got a spot. Okay, so how do I taunt? Somebody let me know that in the comments if you can actually taunt. Because I throw him out of the ring here. I don't know how to exit the ring either, so we won't do that. Drop to hold. Now, again, you can download these and do your own movesets. Think of them as true community creations. Just don't re-upload them without asking me first.
1, 2, no, a kick out. A new power-up has appeared.
Yeah, I gotta stop spamming that takedown. And I gotta stop spamming the neck breaker on top of that. I'm gonna have to redo his moves. I don't much like them either. Dykstra's in trouble, guys.
1, 2, and no.
I like the commentary, though. I think I said that in our last video. Finally, another move. Boom. I didn't even know I had a spot to call.
A new power-up is available.
I think we might be making Ricky Steamboat next, guys. We'll see. How do I actually use those power-ups, though?
2. No, a kick out.
A scoop slam. Oh, I called a spot and I didn't even know I'd done it.
1, 2, 3.
Ah, I wanted to use the Razor's Edge. Oh well, we won that match. We're going to do another one, though. Okay, so how did I do the Razor's Edge? There it is. Razor's Edge coming to you. And that's how you punctuate the match. I'm going to do it again. Come on, Razor. Enough. It's like this taunt in my... Oh, that's how you assign the taunts. And I got Oleg the Usurper, I think, is how you say that. Anyway, that's going to be it for Chikara Action Arcade Wrestling, guys. I'm going to make some more calls, and I will do a showcase for you when I get to it. But thanks for watching anyway, and I will see you guys later. Adios, everyone.